back in-house in Dumfries and Galloway after the council paid £6.5 million to end its contract with a private waste company.
The region has one of the worst recycling rates in Scotland, with 500,000 bins sitting unused. The local authority says taking back control will allow it to turn things around. Greg Hall reports.
Taking out your rubbish is something everyone has to do. But in Dumfries and Galloway, it's a bit different. Everything goes into one bin. Unless you live in the far west of the region, recycling is your responsibility. Environmental campaigners like Ian Gass make the effort, but recycling is more difficult, and Dumfries and Galloway has one of the lowest rates in Scotland.
Well, it's very disappointing. I think there are only 4 local authorities in Scotland that have a lower figure, and 3 of those are islands. The Shetland Sea is in the Western Isles.
Only 28% of household waste in Dumfries and Galloway was recycled last year, compared to the average of 46% across Scotland. It wasn't supposed to be like this. In 2007, a pioneering eco-deco plant was installed just outside Dumfries. It was the first of its kind in Scotland, designed to sort and recycle rubbish from just one bin. But 5 years later, new regulations meant this was no longer allowed, and curbside recycling with separate bins had to be brought back. It was in Wigtownshire, but the rest of the region's still waiting. And until recently, the bins were sitting in this industrial estate, costing the taxpayer hundreds of thousands of pounds.
There's far too much goes to a landfill. In a rural community like this, we're all care passionately about the environment, and we should be at the top of the list when it comes to recycling. And the people are still waiting to find a recycling scheme that's actually going to deliver.
Right now, it's not delivering for the majority of people. But that could be about to change. The council's paid more than £6 million to terminate its contract with a private company, taking back control of waste management.
We're actually closer to seeing our waste and recycling system rolled out across Dumfries and Galloway, which will mean that actually that money is not wasted. It'll be councillors that decide how we actually run our services, and we are aiming to make sure that we get a service that recycles as much as possible.
But we don't yet know what that service is or how it will be funded.
So we're bringing together waste management and waste collection. There may be opportunities for efficiencies there. And also, if we improve our recycling, we will have to pay less in landfill tax, which we're actually paying over £2 million for landfill tax at the moment. So there's an opportunity to make a saving if we can improve our recycling.
The one thing everyone agrees on is that this region needs to up its game in terms of recycling. As councillors debate the best way forwards, though, most of the people they serve are still stuck with just one bin. Greg Hoare, ITV News.